Hello everyone, my name is Anna Hope and I'm a business student at Lakeland Community College. You may think that in order for you to be successful in the business world, you need to be great at all these job-specific technical skills, and that they are the only thing that matters. But this cannot be further from the truth. While those hard skills are important, what employers really want to see out of potential job candidates and their own employees is business etiquette and soft skills. You may be wondering, what are these things and how can I master them? That is exactly what we are going to be going over today. First, we will go over soft skills. Soft skills are non-technical skills that you exercise when you work. These are not skills that you are directly taught, such as coding, math, or writing, but rather skills that you develop when you are in learning environments and collaborating with others. Some examples of soft skills would be things like time management, teamwork, creative thinking, conflict resolution, and networking. While the more job-specific hard skills are important, soft skills are valued by employers because they are transferable from job to job, meaning that no matter the position that you hold, these skills are what drives productive communication and problem solving. While you may think that soft skills are insignificant and do not have much of an impact on how business is conducted, I want you to imagine for a second what business would look like if no one was able to communicate effectively, work with each other to solve a problem, or manage their time well to complete a task. If this was the reality of business, nothing would get done, and we would not see as many successful businesses as we see today. Let's take a look at a real-world example from my life. All throughout school, whether it be all the way from kindergarten to my senior year of high school, I've had to do some form of group work. Teachers would often have me and other students work together on projects and assignments. This allowed me to learn over the years how to work well in group settings and be able to communicate my ideas effectively. These skills would help me through my professional career and are things that employers value. That was a great example of how I developed some of my soft skills. Now let's look at a few other examples of soft skills in action. A customer called in furious because their order was delayed. Instead of panicking, Jamal calmly listened, apologized sincerely, and offered free shipping plus a discount on their next purchase. The customer not only stayed loyal, but later praised Jamal's professionalism in a review, giving a negative situation a positive outcome. Let's take a look at another one. Alex was juggling 3 important overlapping deadlines. Instead of working late nights, he broke each project into smaller milestones and used a calendar to block focused work sessions. He also set aside 15 minutes each morning to reprioritize tasks. By the end of the week, all 3 projects were delivered on time without burnout, which is very important. Let's take a look at one last example of this. During a brainstorming session, one team member was unusually quiet. Sarah, the person who oversaw the project, noticed and gently asked if they wanted to share. The person told Sarah they felt overwhelmed by personal issues. Sarah validated their feelings and suggested that they take a lighter role in the project. The person appreciated the empathy, and the team adjusted without resentment. These examples show how these skills work in real work environments to improve not only the company but also help the employees. Because these soft skills are so valuable, it is important that you include your soft skills on your resume so that employers are aware of strengths that you might contribute to the company. Even if you are not very young or already employed, there are still ways to improve and develop your soft skills. The most important thing when it comes to developing soft skills is getting out of your comfort zone. Observing others is also a good way to learn about and improve your soft skills. Soft skills are very important skills to have that keep businesses running, but business etiquette is what keeps it professional. Business etiquette dictates the way people in business interact through rules. The main goal of business etiquette is to portray a positive image of themselves and the company in which that they represent. Business etiquette is like ordinary manners that are used throughout our society. The only difference is it is specific to business settings. Some ways that business etiquette is like regular manners is like saying thank you, not making inappropriate jokes, and practicing good hygiene. Business etiquette is a wonderful guideline for how to behave in professional settings, but also for when you're in social settings. Some more basic rules for business etiquette include always being on time, acknowledging others, dressing appropriately, building emotional intelligence, and respecting shared spaces. These are all basic things that you should do when you are conducting business in person. Those are all great, but it is important to remember the importance of business etiquette from remote workers as well. I would say we can break down etiquette for remote workers into 3 different categories: email etiquette, phone etiquette, and video etiquette. For email etiquette, it is very simple. It is so important that you respond in a timely manner. Everyone's time is valuable, so it is rude to keep someone waiting for a response. Keep it brief. If your emails drag on and are filled with unnecessary detail, you will lose the interest of the reader, and the information needed can get lost. Always proofread your emails before sending them. An email that is filled with grammar mistakes and typos is unprofessional. Phone etiquette is extremely important. You should not call unannounced. Give someone a heads up for a phone call that gives them time to prepare and make sure that they can give you their undivided attention. Be sure that the tone you are using is clear and polite. Also, it is very important that your voicemail is professional. Someone attempting to call about something business related should not hear a gag voicemail that you made when you were younger. For video etiquette, it is very simple that when you interact with your colleagues in person, dressing appropriately and not interrupting others when they are speaking are common knowledge rules that everyone should follow in any setting. A big thing that when you're on a video call is muting. When you do not need to speak, mute yourself so that any background noise that cannot be limited is not disrupting others while on the call. Now let's look at an example from my life. Since I'm still a student, email etiquette is the one that I would say that I practice the most. I send a lot of emails, so it is important that I always proofread and maintain professionalism when sending emails. Now I will tell you a few other examples that will help you gain perspective of what business etiquette looks like in the real world. Let's say during a client meeting, Marcus arrives 5 minutes early, silences his phone, and keeps his laptop closed until it was time to present. He maintained eye contact, took notes quietly, and waited until the client finished speaking before responding. The client later commented on how professional and attentive he seemed. Another example would be, during a conference call, Alexa made sure to mute her microphone when she is not speaking, address participants by their name, and avoid interrupting. She summarized her points clearly and thanked everyone before ending the call. The team noted how smoothly the meeting ran thanks to her courtesy. When scheduling a meeting, Chloe suggested a 30-minute slot instead of an hour, knowing that the team was busy. She prepared an agenda in advance and stuck to it, ending the meeting 5 minutes early. Colleagues appreciated her respect for their time and were more engaging in future meetings. I know what you may be thinking right now. Hearing about business etiquette is great, but how can I improve my skills that could use some work? That's a great question, and I know just the answer to it. One of the biggest things that you can do is make conscious decisions to be professional. Before you do something, whether it be sending an email or greeting a coworker, think, what would a professional do in this situation? Respect is one of the most important things. Being as respectful as possible of others and their work will make it so it is much easier to be professional. If you are very concerned about the way you present yourself, you can always ask for feedback. Asking others for feedback will give you a direct answer of what exactly you need to make improvements on so that you are more professional and have better business etiquette. Today, we went over 2 very important topics: soft skills and business etiquette. Soft skills are skills that are not technical things such as coding or writing, but they are things that everyone in a company should possess to make the company as efficient as possible. These skills include effective communication, problem solving, and teamwork. Business etiquette is a set of rules that ensure people are responsible of one another and professional. Business etiquette is essentially manners for a business setting. Both of these things are essential for a business to run efficiently. I hope that you are now able to apply what you have learned today in this presentation. I would like to thank you all for listening. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me via email or ask after this presentation is over. Again, thank you so much for your time. Have a nice day.